Hello. A little bit of a weird morning. It's been like that for a few days now. I don't know what is going on with the energy in the air, but there is some shit going on. Cabin and changing. So this is like you are isolated. This is like hermit mode card right here. This cabin card. You have gone within, you're secluded from people. That's how it's been for a bit. But the changing card is telling me that that's not going to be going on for much longer. There's only so much isolation and hermit mode that you can do. You know, at some point you got to get yourself out there in the real world and start testing out that knowledge and wisdom and insight that you had gained from your isolation. Because if you're not testing out that wisdom to see if like you are going to remember the knowledge in the moment of life scenarios, then all that wisdom did was put walls up and block you and isolate you instead of giving you the tools to cope and manage and learn and grow from life's challenges. Fish hook, powerless, helpless. You're being like strung along. You're being pulled in a path that you don't have any control over. A loss of control is happening here, but it needs to become have faith on where you're being pulled. Yeah. Fine print. Look closer, inspection, research, be careful, pay attention, don't assume. Hidden information, double check, look between the lines. Yeah. You're going to be feeling suspicious of people, of any kind of positive direction, because I mean I'm seeing like this rainbow lure, so it's like balanced chakras, like being pulled in a balanced direction, a fulfilling direction, but it's about having that trust in that knowledge that you've gained, in that wisdom. Do you trust yourself to get into another relationship again after having your heart broken into pieces, or being taken advantage of, or being played, or cheated on? Are you able to recognize those red flags in these people? If you were to come around them again, like, what are the signs that you missed before that you would be paying attention to now? What are some of those like deep dive questions that you would get into early on in getting to know somebody, instead of waiting to have that conversation because you don't feel comfortable bringing those kind of topics up, and then it ends up being to where you never end up feeling comfortable talking about those things, because you'll never, if you don't find the opportunities to be open and speak about these things right from the jump, you're not going to see those opportunities pop up later on. It's going to be too awkward, too uncomfortable. In your mind in the beginning, you think, once I get to know them, it'll be easier and we can have these kind of talks. But I honestly think it's like one of those things that if you can't, if you're not adult enough and secure enough in yourself to have these conversations and be very open and honest from the jump, then it's only going to get worse later on. Those opportunities are not going to come up because people tend to put up this front of like the best version of themselves from the beginning. And if in that best version of them, their most empathetic and open and vulnerable that they're being in the very beginning isn't even enough to make you get to those core questions that are so important, then that's like a fucking red flag. A flaming one. Yeah, if anyone has an issue with speaking about painful moments in their life, that's a sign right there that they have unresolved issues and traumas within them. And run. So yeah, I think it's really about just like trusting yourself, which is hard to do after you've been so open and had your heart broken. But I think you're stronger than that. I don't think that you're going to allow your ego and your fears to stop you from living life and finding happiness within yourself and another person that you can actually feel comfortable in fully letting go in that way. Eyeglasses evaluate your options, reviews, analyze, seeing clearly, fine print, closer look, focus. 50-50. Things could go either way. Are you thinking about entertaining a reconciliation? Is there going to be some kind of information coming in? Either that or you're going to really get some information and communication in that's going to make you feel very much more comfortable in your decision of whatever it is. I don't know. Scuba diver, going within, self-examination, exploring the unconscious mind in the void, desire to know, self-reflection. This is like digging deep into your emotions in yoga. You are at peace within. You are in your zen, in your emotions. I think you've gotten to that point where you've handled it. I think the 50-50, I don't think that's entertaining the another energy. I honestly think that's like you're debating on can I be doing this alone for the rest of my life, or should I put myself out there and give it a try again? I really think that's what could go either way, and seeing things clearly would be realizing that not everybody is going to treat you in the way that people in your past have treated you, and that would be because the knowledge that you've gained isn't going to allow them to isn't going to allow you to allow other people to take advantage of you in that kind of way ever again. So trust your knowledge. Trust that you are going to protect yourself for your greatest good. And I think I got to cut this short because it's almost to the end, and I think this is really good. This is a reassurance of your own wisdom and knowledge and power. And have faith and try again. Don't let it keep you in a box. Have a good day.